Hey, what's going on? Thanks for checking out another video. Just like always, real quick, if you could just check out ryanjleone.com/prints, that would be amazing. Get some prints, hang them up on your wall, and support your photographer friend. So in today's video, we're actually going to be talking about Negative Lab Pro again. So if you actually go back and actually just check out right here, I actually put a video up when I first started using Negative Lab Pro, when I first found out about it. And I put that video up and, I think it did all right and I enjoyed making it. I've learned a lot from it. I've been using Negative Lab Pro ever since. But actually, I had a comment, this comment right here by a good friend of mine, well, now a good friend of mine, Chris Lindemood. His comment told me that I said something wrong, or even at that point it was different and then Negative Lab Pro updated. Basically what he was telling me was, in the process of getting ready to use Negative Lab Pro on your negative, I thought you were supposed to white balance the image. I import all of my images in as TIFFs, not JPEGs, not RAW. I use Epson Scan because it's the easiest, and I import them as TIFFs. I recently found out on their website and through Chris's comment that when you're using Negative Lab Pro and TIFFs, you actually don't need to white balance. You can just crop that black out and you're good to go. That I did not know, and for the longest time I have been white balancing, then cropping, then adding Negative Lab Pro. So today what I want to do is kind of do like an update on this, just mostly about that. I recently got some film back from this past weekend. I did a shoot with my friend Versace. She came out and we walked around the Lower East Side with my camera, my Pentax 6.7, and some Portra 160, which I'm going to be doing a video on about soon, so keep out for that. And we just walked around and just took some photos. So I got those back tonight from Bleecker Digital. I have them on my computer. I've scanned them in. I haven't done anything to them. I've literally just scanned them in and made a duplicate of each. And what I want to do now really quick is we're going to try one where we do a white balance and one where we don't do a white balance and see what the differences are in the photos. So I'm not going to really be getting into like edits or anything like that. This is just really to see a quick comparison to see if white balancing still is good when you're using a TIFF, or just forget about it, crop, and then use Negative Lab Pro. And what we're going to do is we're going to do what I used to do, which is first using white balance, then cropping, and then applying Negative Lab Pro. And then with the next slide, we will do no white balance, just cropping and Negative Lab Pro, and then we can compare and see what we do. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the white balance tool. I'm going to find something, an area, the border around, and hit white balance. So now it's done a white balance. It's adjusted all the negative colors into a more ready image. And now what I'll do is I'll just crop out the border, because you always want to remember, you always want to crop out that border so there's no true blacks in the border. It comes from the actual photo. All right, so now I have white balanced my image. I have cropped it into the actual center of the image. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the key command, bring up Negative Lab Pro. And now that we have it up, let's just hit convert and see what we get. I have basic setup right here, Noritsu default saturation. So there it is. That is our converted Negative Lab Pro white balanced version of this image. So we'll just hit apply because I don't want to do any other changes. This is really just an easy, quick look comparison. Next, we'll go to the other negative that I have not white balanced, and now we're not going to white balance it. We're just going to bring the crop in. So as you can see here, I brought the crop in, have not done any sort of white balance with it at all. And now we're gonna TIFF scan, Noritsu, default saturation. We're gonna convert, let it do its thing. And now it's converted, and I'll just hit apply. So now we have our Negative Lab Pro with no white balance, and now Negative Lab Pro with white balance, excuse me. So a couple of things I've noticed right away. When we don't white balance, everything looks a little bit softer, smoother, better even light, better color representation, just an all around better, sharper, crisper image. When we go over to the one I have actually done the white balance 2, you can see that the shadows are a lot darker, especially like if we zoom in into her hair over here, you can see that we can see more definition right off the bat in the one I did not white balance as opposed to the one I did white balance. There's also a slight magenta tone in the shadows, whereas without it, it's just all balanced. It's a good color. So I'm gonna put these two up right now side by side on the screen, and I want you to really look at the ones that I did not white balance and the one I did white balance, and you can see the difference in it. So yeah, that's really all I really wanted to talk about. It's an important thing I wanted to talk about. I know it's simple and minute and quick, but it makes an overall difference in the image. You saw the magenta in the other photo and how we lost some detail in the shadows. So this was a great comment by Chris. I appreciate it. That's a great comment. That's the one thing I love about YouTube is we build up a community, we support each other, we help each other. And I now know something I didn't know before. So thank you for that comment, Chris. I appreciate it. And as you can see, he's right. The results are right there in the photos. They look great. Don't white balance your TIFF photos, just crop and hit that Negative Lab Pro. So that's going to be the video. I just wanted to make a quick video on that really. I have a couple videos coming up about a new camera I got, another new camera that I'm getting, and then also about Portra 160. So make sure you are subscribed for that. Make sure you have your bell on and all of that. I appreciate it. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Did you know this? Maybe now you do. But until the next video, thank you again. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. Remember to just shoot. I'll see you in the next one.